Hello everyone, it's a Dutch Transformers and welcome to the second episode of the Let's Build a Beach Club in the Sims 4 series. So it's actually been a lot longer than I intended it to be for this next video to be online. But yeah, my deadline at university really kicked in, and afterwards I immediately went on a holiday, and therefore yeah, some planning went wrong there and I wasn't able to upload the new episode. Also, yeah, after I uploaded it, I waited some time to get some feedback from you, because that's what I wanted this Let's Build to be. Unfortunately, in the end, not very many people have really given that much feedback on the build itself. I received quite some comments, but not necessarily about like tips for what you would like to see in this Let's Build. So in case you've got feedback, please let me know, because I am actually reading it and I would like to implement some of it in the in the build, obviously. But yeah, today I'm continuing working on this beach club, which personally I think will be sort of cool. And I must say, I haven't been in Sulani for like 3 weeks now, and I was super excited to get back into the game again, to play in this tropical world and to build in this tropical world, because honestly you can't say that this world isn't beautiful, because I mean, it truly is really awesome and totally what I wanted. Even though I must say that this past week, like I mentioned, I was on a holiday. I was actually in Croatia, in Split, in case you know that. Among Dutch people, Croatia is actually getting super like popular, and like almost everyone's going there. Well, okay, that's over exaggerated, but seriously, it is sort of popular, and it is sort of touristy as well. I didn't get the cheat right. Let me fix that. There we go. No, it's alright. But it was a lot of fun. So I relaxed quite a bit. I was there for a week, you know, just some swimming, doing some sightseeing, not too much, really just relaxing in the sun a bit actually. And that was really good. And there I did gain quite some inspiration for the beach club, even though I must say that probably for the best inspiration I should have probably gone to Ibiza, because that's obviously the place that is most well known for the beach clubs, especially like Ushuaia and stuff, even though those are actually like nightclubs, not necessarily even beach clubs, but I can imagine that there's some really cool beach clubs out in Ibiza as well. So maybe I should ever go there, but I feel like it's sort of overhyped at this moment and maybe not even as much fun anymore as it's supposed to be, sort of, or as it used to be. But if you've been there or planning on going there, please let me know what your experience with it is. I must say that it's probably like super crazy expensive. I heard rumors or like just experiences from people about it, like a Coke or just a beer being like 20 euros, which is an insane amount of money. But yeah, someday I guess I'll go there just because I want to experience it. And often there are some really cool Dutch DJs playing on Ibiza in those clubs as well, which I'm quite a fan of. So yeah, someday it will happen. By the way, talking about Dutch DJs, in case you're familiar with them, I actually saw the jet plane, the private jet of Armin van Buuren, while I was flying away from Split Airport the day before, or the day I left was actually during the weekend of Ultra Europe. In case you don't know, that's quite a big EDM event. And yeah, I had seen that Armin van Buuren was actually on stage the day before I left, so I imagined, okay, maybe he's, you know, leaving the day we're leaving as well. Maybe we can see him on the airport, or at least, you know, in some way, because obviously they fly private and I fly EasyJet. Yeah, actually I literally saw a jet plane moving away, and I saw that the registration number was PH, which which stands for like the Dutch registration of planes. Yeah, accidentally I actually knew about that. I geek on planes a little bit. I just find it cool to, you know, track them and stuff. I tend to track my own flights and flights of people I know. So in that way I knew that, and then I saw on his Instagram and I saw that he actually just moved into that exact jet plane like 5 minutes ago. So he was right beside me. I didn't actually see him because I mean he was in the plane, but it was sort of cool and random, and I was actually watching a movie while he was actually getting in probably, so I didn't actually see him get in, but he was in the plane. But this is totally an unnecessary story for those of you who don't actually know who he is. But he's quite a big Dutch yeah, artist actually, so that's sort of cool. But yeah, here I'm working on that entrance. I've got to come back to that later on because I'm not too sure how to finish that. But first I would like to make that dancing area because I still want to have some place to do some dancing around here in this club as well. This is going to be sort of the lunch spot, by the way. So there's going to be some tables and stuff because I imagine that to just be a nice place to have some fancy lunch. And then for this spot out here, I imagine this to be, let me think, maybe I should just remove this altogether because I'm not too sure if I like it. This could be the changing rooms because obviously when you're at the beach you want to be able to change yourself or the clothes you're wearing. And in this way they're sort of covered as well, not very visible from outside, but still like people can get in there, which is sort of cool, I guess. And then here we can make one of those floating platforms for the dancing area as well. And then we're copying this one because these are actually going to stay concrete, and I'll put some plants in there. I've done that for some of my speed builds as well. And that's sort of cool, I thought. So I'm just going to use that for this beach club as well, because otherwise you only see the ocean, which obviously isn't that bad. However, it is also sort of cool to see like some of those plants, those tropical plants as well. By the way, I actually only just noticed that for some reason the roof moved. Maybe that happened while I deleted something, so I've got to place it back. I believe this is... I was really happy, by the way, to read that you like this entrance idea, because personally I thought it was sort of cool as well. But yeah, it was fun to read that some of you wanted to implement this on your houses and stuff as well. So in case you do, by the way, in case you use one of those ideas, please let me know, because I'd really like to just see that. So just send me an image on Twitter or Instagram or wherever you want to post it or share it with me, because I'd really like to see what you do with these ideas. And then here I'm adding a hot tub because I felt like that would be cool and sort of something which could be implemented in a cool way. Because I mean, if you place it like this, it sort of, you know, seems like some kind of infinity pool. If you get that, putting this along the side, and then whoops, that's not going the way I wanted it to go. By the way, The Sims 4 is rebranding. If you're really into The Sims and you follow like all this Twitter stuff, you've definitely not missed that, because it's been on Twitter or all over the place and people are totally freaking out about it. Personally, I don't really care that much, because I mean, it's just a rebranding and I don't think it's super important, because I mean, they're not changing the game. However, they're changing like the packaging the game comes in and stuff, which is sort of a change. I'm not too sure if I like the look of it. I am sort of in graphic design, or at least I know a little bit about it, because that's part of architecture as well, doing like Illustrator stuff here and there. But I can see how they did it. I'm just not too sure if I'm a fan of it. I don't really hate it. I don't really love it either. But I mean, I don't really care about it, to be honest, because why would you care? I mean, I'm more about the game, and I think that's way more important. I believe they're with the update that's, I believe, coming later today, actually releasing 1,000 new items for the game. I mean, that is relevant, that is cool, that is something I care about, and I care about that way more than I care about like a new graphic design update for The Sims. However, I'm very interested to see what all those new items are going to be like, or those 1,000 new updates, because honestly, I'm not too sure if they're all build mode. I think very many of them will be CAS as well. Maybe all of them will be CAS. I haven't actually read into it, but in case you know more about it, please let me know. And otherwise, yeah, I guess we'll figure out later today once the update comes out, because then I'll just open my game and see what has changed. Anyways, this is sort of the setup or the look that I'll be going for this beach club for this side. I see that I've got to fix something here, because this looks sort of boring. So I guess I'll maybe go for this instead. Okay, that's something I've still got to figure out because that doesn't really look that cool. Maybe I can add a rug though. That's what I had in mind. Just to make sure that you don't actually see that hole there, because that's not really supposed to be visible. Let me see, how can I fix that? Whoops. Okay. By the way, so just like in the previous episodes, please let me know what you'd like to see me do for this new Let's Build, because in case you've got feedback, I'd really like to read about that in the comments. So you can just leave any feedback you've got or any ideas you've got for this specific build down below, because then I might actually implement that in the next episode, because yeah, I just want to build something which you are happy with and which you can actually use in your game, and your feedback comes in very handy for that. Is there a way I can fix this? I believe I can't, because you can't move those two like levels just right beside each other. That might be a problem then, because I'm not too sure if I like this, and this doesn't, yeah, this is just way too big, so that doesn't actually work. But hey, that's something I'll fix later on, I guess. I'll just remove this because it looks weird now. And then now I guess we've got to look at the entrance part of this build. And in this episode, I simply want to finish the entire shape of this entire thing, because, I mean, it's possible to just finish the shape and then next episode doing all the windows and like the wall paintings and stuff, and then afterwards you can actually maybe start furnishing already, because I guess I'll do some of, yeah, furnishing is just the next thing, and then we're starting with the exterior furnishing, I guess, because that's most fun for this beach club. Also, there's not that much interior stuff to do other than just some kitchens and maybe some outdoor dining places, which you also need with a beach club like this, but generally people want to sit outside but just covered in the shade, because otherwise they just burn. But yeah, okay. Oh wait, it's got to be a room. Okay, then I'm gonna make this a room if you want that. There we go. And then, by the way, if you've got some really cool plans for the holiday, please let me know in the comments as well, because I'm really curious to read about that. Yeah, I've shared my past holiday with you already, and I've actually done a ridiculous amount of traveling this year. It's truly like crazy. So that's cool, and that's a lot to look back on. Also because I went to LA for EA Play, that was really cool, and I went to Florence for a university assignment. I also went to Madrid for a university thing, went to Marrakesh, and I went to Italy one more time, and then to Croatia now, which is totally crazy if you consider that that's in just 6 months. So now I just want to stay a couple of weeks in the Netherlands still, just to look back on that and actually do some work as well to earn some money, because all those trips are quite expensive, even though I managed to stay with friends here and there, which made it a lot cheaper, and obviously EA Play was free for me because EA paid, thanks EA, so that helps quite a bit as well. But generally really some cool trips to look back on. Okay, this doesn't really seem to work that well. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I just don't know what I want for this entrance. Maybe this is cool, you know, that we make another plateau here. What do we call these again? I've really gone sort of out of that video making mood, because, or just the you know, what do you call it? The routine. Simply because when it just came out, I was super in a routine with what it was all called, and just making these videos and editing and stuff. And now I noticed that I don't actually know what to call being able to build these plateaus. Oh, building on stilts, that's it. Stilted foundations is what we actually call these officially. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, it doesn't really make a difference what I call it, actually, I notice. Okay, then maybe I can create something like this, because I can put some plants in there as well then, which is cool, I guess. And then imagine there being some kind of logo on this foundation, you know, having some just regular white and then some cool logos on there, then some plants around here, and maybe another logo or just some text out there. And then you go up there, you actually have quite some cool views over the ocean here. And then you move around and then you've got some views over the ocean out there as well. Yeah, that's what I would like to see for a beach club, honestly, if I would go to one. Let me make this, because that... Oh, I hope I can extend it a little bit more. Oh, I can. Yeah, it's crazy how much more build mode opportunities being able to extend the roofs in this way now gives you, because seriously, you can do so much more. And the builds just become so much cooler, and you can be so much... Yeah, I'm just super happy with that. I expressed that in the previous episode already as well, and I've showed that in quite some of my speed builds as well. But just honestly, this is so cool, and I'm really happy that they've made it as such that you also see the paint that's under, like just the... like, what do you call this, the underside? Okay, this commentary is literally going nowhere, but yeah, you know what I mean, the other side of the ceiling, or the fact that the ceiling itself, because this is the ceiling, this is the roof, that is painted is so cool, and that really makes some way better architecture and just generally better buildings in The Sims. But I'm planning on doing another speed build as well, obviously, because, you know, I want to do some more speed builds in this in this new expansion pack. I still got to figure out what kind of build it will be, but it's probably going to be some kind of modern tropical build, because that's really a style I like. And like I said, I haven't played The Sims in the past couple of weeks, so I really want to get back to building that actually. Okay. Now maybe I can come up with some way that this walks around there. I also wanted to have some beach space left, so like just a place where people can relax on the beach without actually being on the water. For those who do like sand, personally I always hate sand when I'm on the beach. Even though I like the look of beaches, I prefer not to have all the sand all around me, because it just sticks and it sucks. But I can imagine that there's people who really like the sand. And back in the day, I always wanted to have sand, because then I could build sand castles. It was basically me in The Sims, but then on the beach, building like castles in real life with sand, obviously. Here we go. Yeah, I sort of like the glass, actually. It might be, or is it too modern? Let me know in the comments, because I sort of like it. It's something I'll focus on for the next episode a little bit more, because that's what the next episode will be about. This is part of windows and stuff, but windows and just painting. But maybe it's too modern, but I also want this to be some kind of modern beach club, so I guess then it fits very well. But let me know in the comments down below. And also don't forget to follow me on Twitter, by the way, and follow me on Instagram, because there you can stay a little bit more up to date with what I'm doing. And also there you find out that I'm uploading a video, which can be useful, because then you're the first to check the video out. Okay, here I can just do some plants and stuff, just like I'm doing here. This looks sort of weird, so maybe I've got to extend that a little bit, because otherwise, you know, we don't want weird stuff. And then removing this one down below and placing one out there instead. Yep, I guess that's good. Okay, maybe we can actually do some painting already right now, because I mean, we've still got some time left, and the basic shape of this entire thing is now done. I still want to have that foundation on this one, because this looks weird. For some reason it just doesn't seem to get it. There we go. Does it work? Yep. Okay. So what's next? I guess windows will be first, because windows are more important, and then based on where the windows are placed, you can choose the wall painting. That's generally just a tip from me as well. First add the windows, then add the wall painting, because if you do it the other way around, maybe you choose a color for a wall that will be like all glass, and then in the end that color won't be in the rest of the building visibly, and or in that part you won't see the color of the wall, because it's just only windows, and then maybe it's totally outbalanced with like the other wall painting. So I just advise you to just first choose where you want the windows to be and how big, and just place them in the build. And then afterwards to choose the wall paintings. What colors do we have for this one? This would be okay. Yeah, this would be better, I guess. This would fit. However, it's not really modern. It doesn't really matter, but I'm not too sure if that's weird or not. Also, it doesn't really work out with like the size I went for, because everything is 3 blocks wide and then these ones are 2, so that's sort of weird. But that doesn't really matter, I guess, because this is sort of cool having this out there, and then maybe I'll just go for this over here, even though I must say that looks sort of weird as well. Maybe I should just go for some... Oh, whoops. Okay, I'm messing this up here. Maybe I should just go for some doors here in the corner. We don't actually have... What doors could I add? I could add these, but that's sort of weird as well. So maybe I can better make the entrance elsewhere, like out here. I guess that's indeed a better idea. And then do something different out there. So let me see. Yep. We add the windows. Okay, I want to see just Island Paradise or Island Living, not Island Paradise, Island Living stuff, because then I can just... Something like this might be cool. And now tropical, still sort of artsy, sort of weird, which is good if you ask me for this build. Yeah, that's sort of cool, because maybe I can... That can just be the general look that's going on there. That's cool, actually. I really like that. Let me see what it looks like from the inside. Yeah. Okay, nothing, nothing too special, but it's okay. And then maybe I can go for that look all around here. But that's just the thing, you know? Just the look this place is going for. Okay, well, you know what? For now, I'm done with this episode. I've added some windows, but the next episode will be mainly about adding the windows, making the wall paintings, or adding the wall paintings as well, doing the gardening, and maybe already adding some furniture as well. And then I think we're actually going very quickly with this Let's Build, and maybe in 2 episodes we can be done already. But yeah, let me know what you think of this design, if you've got any tips and feedback to make it better. And then I hope to see you back in another episode soon. Goodbye.